If you have ever been stuck on a late-model BMW key job, staring at a perfectly good working key, and wondering whether cloning it is even possible without tearing half the car apart, this video is going to be very relevant for you. BMW's newer BDC platforms have a reputation for being complicated, expensive, and time-consuming when it comes to key work, especially on G-Series vehicles. But recent updates from Autel have quietly changed what is possible in the real world, and that is exactly what we are breaking down today. Hey everyone, this is Hussein, and welcome back to Baabji Motors, where we focus on practical automobile diagnostics, programming tools, and hands-on workshop knowledge that you can actually use on the job. Today we're talking about how to copy BMW BDC2 and BDC3 keys using the Autel IM508 or IM608 with the APB 113 adapter. What makes this especially interesting is that Autel has added this key cloning functionality through software updates without requiring additional license activation, which significantly lowers the barrier for workshops already using these tools. Before we go any further, a quick and important note. This video is shared strictly for educational and informational purposes. The goal is to help technicians, students, and automotive enthusiasts understand how the process works at a technical level. Always follow manufacturer procedures, local regulations, and legal requirements when performing key programming or immobilizer work. With that out of the way, here's the big question I want you to think about and answer in the comments as you watch. Does BMW BDC key cloning finally make sense as a workshop service, or is adding keys still the safer long-term option? Stick around until the end, because there's one important limitation you need to understand before offering this service to customers. Let's start with what actually changed. Autel's Maxi-IM lineup now supports BMW BDC2 and BDC3 key cloning on many G, U, and I-Series vehicles. This includes both encrypted and unencrypted BDC3 keys, such as those commonly found in vehicles produced for markets like Hungary and Mexico. The key point here is that this process does not require removing the BDC module from the vehicle. Instead, the cloning is performed by reading data directly from a working key using the APB 113 adapter and the XP400 or XP400 Pro programmer. To perform this job correctly, you will need a few specific tools. First is an Autel IM508 or IM608 series tablet. Second is the Autel XP400 or XP400 Pro key programmer. You'll also need a working original BMW key, the APB 113 adapter, and a compatible Autel BMW I-Key. Supported I-Keys include the 3-button and 4-button BMW variants, designed specifically for Autel systems. One very important thing to understand up front is that this function only generates Autel BMW I-Keys. You cannot clone the key data onto an original BMW dealer key or a third-party shell. Now let's walk through the BDC2 key cloning process in a practical, real-world flow. On the Autel tablet, you start by going into manual selection, choosing the appropriate BMW platform, and then selecting a BDC2 immobilizer system. This typically applies to vehicles produced around the late 2010s, depending on model and market. Once selected, the system guides you through a 3-step workflow. The first step is reading vehicle information. The tablet will prompt you to read the vehicle identification number and select the correct key frequency. This ensures the generated key matches the vehicle's communication requirements. The second step is reading the key data. At this stage, you connect the XP400 programmer to the IM tablet. The working key is placed into the XP400 key slot. The system will display a wiring diagram that shows how to connect the APB 113 adapter to the key circuit board. This usually involves carefully opening the key and connecting the adapter cable directly to the board according to the diagram. Attention to detail here matters, because a poor connection can cause read failures. Once connected correctly, the programmer reads the key data successfully. The third step is generating the dealer key. Even though it is called a dealer key in the software, it is actually an Autel BMW I-Key. You place the new I-Key into the XP400 slot, and the system begins generating the key. This process usually takes between 1 and 3 minutes. When complete, the tool confirms that the key has been generated successfully and is ready for use. The BDC3 key cloning process follows a very similar structure, with a few important distinctions. In the tablet menu, you navigate to manual selection, choose the BDC3 immobilizer, then go into Control Unit and Key Operation, and select Add Key. The system will ask whether the key is encrypted or unencrypted. Choosing the correct option here is critical, as encrypted keys require slightly different handling at the data level. Once selected, the workflow again consists of 3 steps. First, the vehicle information is read, including the VIN and frequency. Second, the key data is read by placing the working key into the XP400 programmer and soldering or connecting the APB113 adapter cable to the key circuit board, as shown in the wiring diagram. This step often requires more care than BDC2, especially on encrypted keys, because signal integrity is essential. After a successful read, you move to the final step. The third step is generating the new key. As with BDC2, only an Autel BMW I-Key can be generated. The new key is placed into the programmer. The generation process begins, and within 1 to 3 minutes the system confirms success. At Baabji Motors, this kind of update is important because it shifts what is possible in everyday workshop operations. For many technicians, BDC systems used to mean high risk, long job times, or referring customers elsewhere. With the right tools and careful handling, cloning a working key can now be a practical option in certain scenarios. So let's answer the question from the beginning. Does BMW BDC key cloning finally make sense? In my opinion, yes, but with clear boundaries. This method is ideal when you have a working key and need to produce an additional spare quickly, without invasive vehicle work. However, it is not a complete replacement for all key programming situations, especially in cases of all keys lost or strict dealer-level security requirements. I would really like to hear your thoughts. Would you trust BDC2 and BDC3 key cloning in your workshop? Or do you still prefer traditional add key methods? Drop your experience or questions in the comments below. Here is a useful tip many technicians overlook. Always test the generated key thoroughly, including locking, unlocking, comfort access if equipped, and engine start, before handing it over to the customer. Catching issues early saves comebacks and protects your reputation. If this breakdown helped you, let's set a small goal together. Hit the like button and help push this video toward 1,000 likes. Leave a comment so we can reach 100 comments and keep the discussion going. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and share this video with another technician who works on BMWs. The reality is that only a small percentage of viewers are actually subscribed, and subscribing genuinely helps Baabji Motors grow, reach number 1 in this niche, and continue producing deep, research-driven content like this. These kinds of tutorials take significant time, testing, and hands-on effort, and your support through likes, shares, and subscriptions directly makes that possible. If you see tools mentioned in the description, some may be affiliate links. Using them does not cost you anything extra and helps support the channel in a transparent, FTC-compliant way. Thanks again for watching. Keep learning, keep sharpening your skills, and as always, happy diagnosing.